Hi, it's Steve from Art Learn Studio again. Lovely to see you. It's a wonderful autumn day today, so I really can't resist taking some of these fantastic colours home and doing some painting. So I'll see you in a minute. So I'm going to take some of these leaves back to the studio and get cracking. These are the leaves that I collected. I'm now going to make an arrangement which I'll photograph and then produce a drawing in a tracedown sheet. So if you wanted to follow along the tutorial with me, then just get in contact and I'll send you out a copy. Here's the photograph I made, and all the materials are in the description below. I've traced down the outline, so let's start the painting. There's two brushes in use, and I'm starting with a number 9 round Aquafine. I'll be painting each leaf separately to make it easy to follow. Here I'm using a very thin wash of lemon yellow with a little raw sienna. Notice how I'm being careful to stay within the outline. I'm keeping a wet edge and making sure that the wash doesn't dry out, as that'll be important later on. Now you've seen the technique, I've speeded up the video. If you're painting along, it's real easy to pause at any stage. This is burnt umber. Now you can see why I kept the wash wet. As I'm putting in the blotches, they're spreading out and blending with the wash underneath. So keep an eye on this leaf and you'll be able to see how the colours diffuse and blend. Notice I'm not tempted to adjust anything. I'm just letting the watercolour do its own thing. And again, speed it up so you can see the darker colour being applied with less water. Same techniques as before. Again, the darker blotches going in, but take a look at that first leaf and see how the colours are blending. Notice that wet edge again. Here I'm creating a little more texture, but just blotting off a few times, I don't want to overdo it. If you're getting some use from this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, and then you'll be kept up to date with all my new videos as they come up. Now I'm using a mixture of Prussian blue and the lemon yellow. So now I've changed to alizarin crimson with the Prussian blue. Before doing this, I made sure that the other leaves were completely dry. And for this pass, I'm using less of the alizarin crimson and more of the Prussian blue. Again, the same base colour, the thin lemon yellow with a little raw sienna. And take a look at the other leaves to see how the colours have blended nicely. The alizarin crimson, but this time toned down with some of the burnt umber, so it's not overly bright and dominant. Notice how I'm leaving some areas unpainted to show the veins and other textures in the leaves. In this pass, it's Prussian blue with the alizarin crimson. I'm also putting in some of the details of the edges of the leaves now. Again, I'm leaving out some of the lighter areas so as not to overwork it. I've now switched to the smaller brush, the number 3 ProArte Prolene. I like this brush for painting detail without being too fiddly. I'm using the burnt umber. Everything else is dry, so I can safely rest my hand on the paper. This is the more controlled of the techniques, where I'm just using the very tip of the brush. I'm being quite subtle with the shadows. I'm just doing enough to indicate the form of the leaves. There's not much more to do now. I'll show you soon how to do the stalks. These are best done mainly with a continuous stroke, again using the burnt umber, and leaving out the highlights. Although these videos take time to produce, they're free to watch, so if this has been useful to you, you can say thanks by letting me know in the comments below. But keep watching, I haven't finished yet. Now just completing the veins and a few final touches. Here's the finished painting, but stick around because I've got some essential information and links to show you right at the end of the video. Hope you found that useful. Whenever I can, I try and link the work that I do to what's going on around me. And if it's the autumn, then I try and paint some of those wonderful colours. So if you'd like to join me in a tutorial, don't forget, just get in touch and I'll send you out a copy of the drawing that you can trace down. I'll also send you some instructions that you can follow. So I hope you enjoyed joining me on a little autumn painting. So don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers.